Welcome in everybody, it's Shed back at it again with another reaction video. I have been seeing a lot of posts lately of the new upcoming Magnificent Monsters coming out for the new serialized set of Yu-Gi-Oh! And so far there have been some very back and forth kind of feelings about the set so far. But I really like watching CaliEffect, Team Samurai. So let's go ahead and look at CaliEffect. Shout out to him. He's one of the best creators I've ever seen, especially for Yu-Gi-Oh! Very passionate. I love watching his videos. I try to watch him every day. If you guys don't know who he is, check out CaliEffect. And guys, he has some really good Raven wing sleeves. Pick those up. But all right, let's go ahead and watch his video. It's right here. It says scam. So let's see. It's a short video, so we'll see what he says. I'm very interested because I also am very hesitant about this set because the set is coming out within like a week or two and it's already $35 for a little tuck box of three packs. So is it going to be worth it? It's 3 packs and a promo pack, but is it going to be worth it? Let's find out what he says. I think it's a little overpriced, but let's go ahead and find out what he says. So here we go.
Magnificent Monsters just dropped, and I am very, very concerned. There are a couple of things that I need to talk to you guys about because I don't want you to blindly walk into a store and then pick up a Magnificent Monsters expecting something only to be really disappointed. I really don't like how Konami does these creator reveals simply because they don't take any feedback from the creators themselves and they force these creators to cut out any type of constructive criticism from their videos. But this channel has no such restraints and I love it here. Woo! So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you everything you need to know about the Magnificent Monsters set and why I am so concerned about Yu-Gi-Oh! With this upcoming set. Let's go.
I will say, his studio, his little filming area, that's crazy. That's like my peak. And he gives me ideas to make my game room a little bit better. So I really like that. But let's go ahead and get back to it. Really like the vibes.
Go ahead and
Jump on in. Woo.
What's going on with ya, big dogs? And it is an
Amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh!
I hope that your day phenomenal. But if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. So, Magnificent Monsters.
All right,
it's
let's
going
see.
to have the new Grandmaster Rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which are the ultimate chase cards. There's only 100 printed in every region.
That first serialized set in Yu-Gi-Oh history.
Crazy new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are game-changing. And for the players that haven't seen those game-changing Yu-Gi-Oh
Power
cards,
creep, bad.
I got you. Mad shout out to my man Dual Daddy for the graphic.
Ooh, sick.
There are a couple of cards that people are going to be looking for the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh.
Let's see. Pause real quick. Yeah, so basically Dark Magician, and later on the next serialized set to come out is going to be the Blue Eyes and Villains theme set. Like it's going to be all the antagonists for all the animes that came out in previous years. But yeah, let's see. Dark Magician got to retrain. Elemental Heroes got to retrain, and like they bumped up all the big monsters throughout all the animes, and they put some more support in there. Like they gave little SP little knight, IP little knight, a little bit of a different all art, and then they made them both get together with a WP Fancy Ball, a new Link monster that's actually pretty broken once it gets going. And they obviously did a lot of reprints, which I would have to say, I don't know if I would have picked some of these, but some people really enjoy it and really love it. But as you can see on the top of your screens here, card pool A, these are going to be the ones that you want to get. These are all going to be the extended art pulls. Card pool B is going to be the new variant arts and new cards, and then there's some reprints as well that I don't think they are showing. I don't know. Let's see, because I don't even see. Am I missing it? Because I'm pretty sure Medius the Pure is in here. Yes, there's some cards that's not on here yet. I think this is just the new cards. So there are going to be reprint cards that you're not seeing in this current screen. But yeah, they're even coming out with they're coming back, or they're bringing the kind of cartoonish chibi versions of our most favorite monsters, like Zeus, the Exo Sisters, Diabell Star, and so on and so forth. It's very interesting. And Dark Magician is going to be really good. Basically, Yu-Gi-Oh's getting to the point where these cards are going to have to start having three effects to, you know, continue the meta to make them better. That's why they're making Dark Magician with 3 effects, or making Blue Eyes with like 3 effects. The new Stardust Dragon is broken already. It's very interesting, and a lot of power creep is gonna happen within the next 6 months of Yu-Gi-Oh. Decks are gonna change, the meta is gonna change. It's gonna be very interesting how the next 6 months to a year of Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna actually perform.
Shining Flame Wingman and Favorite Hero Flame Wingman are actually really good cards for.
Sorry, I paused it again, but yes, really good cards. But the thing I really dislike, read what it says it costs to make these monsters. I very dislike generic monsters because it makes slop decks very viable. For instance, favorite hero Shining Flare Wingman. 1 fusion monster plus 1 face-up monster on the field. How many super poly targets could that make? And then we go over to the favorite hero Flame Wingman. 2 monsters with the same type but different attribute. Another super poly target. See, with this stuff, I just wish that they just said 1 elemental hero fusion monster plus 1 face-up monster on the field. And then with the favorite hero Flame Wingman, they should have make it 2 monsters with the name elemental hero or warrior type, but different attributes, something like that, to make it more difficult to get out if you're not playing these hero decks. I wish they did that. I dislike how generic a lot of things have become, and it just makes Yu-Gi-Oh just sloppy. All right, let's see what he says.
They are super polymerization targets.
Yep.
The Dark Magic Curtain spell card is also insane. It's going to give a huge boost for Ritual Light and Darkness as well as Dark Magician decks. And then there's cards like Stardust Victim Sanctuary, Star Junk Synchron, and Synchro Emergency.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on Synchro Emergency. Synchro Emergency is like, all right, activate, bring out some Synchro monsters. Crazy. And then Stardust Dragon's already in my opinion a really good card. It's an Omni Negate, and then now you're just upgrading it even more. Now it says when your opponent activates a card effect in response to your card or effect activation, quick effect, you contribute this card, negate the opponent's effect, and if you do, destroy that card. If a monster in your possession was attributed this turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Stardust Synchro monster from your extra deck. Crazy. And then yeah, so they're making everything, you know, I like it. They're making the anime decks meta. They're making them more powerful. It's going to make a lot of old Yu-Gi-Oh fans come back into Yu-Gi-Oh and have fun and play in the game. But this is gonna not bode well for all the current players who are just trying to enjoy the game, when they have to deal with all these slop decks that are 100% going to happen now. So like I said, the Yu-Gi-Oh meta is going to be shaken up pretty bad. But yeah, let's see what else
Those
you got.
Cards are incredible.
Yep.
If I'm keeping it a bean, if we're going off of the pool A, Konami did their thing. The Gaga cards are good. The Odd Eyes cards are good. The Code Talker cards are good. And the Widow Anchor and Multiol reprints as extended arts, they look insane. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of the chibi art cards, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. But even Pool B has some pretty cool cards. There's WP Fancy Ball. This card players are going to be going crazy for. It's a new Link monster that follows the IP SP1.
I think with the new arts of the chibi cartoonish monsters, I think they're okay. Not my kind of type, but you know, I know a lot of people do enjoy them, so I think it's okay. All arts are much needed. I think they should make more of them.
Go to the probability and statistics part before you buy this set. I will save you a lot of money, or let you know how much money you want to spend. Those cards, alongside of the Grandmaster Rares, are going to be the biggest draw to the Yu-Gi-Oh set. But one of my biggest gripes for Magnificent Monsters is going to be that it was supposed to replace the 2026 Megatens.
Yes.
Now, I have a documented history of hating on the more recent Megatens simply because they reprint some of the most sought-after cards in the same rarity, making them sometimes even harder to get from their original set, but also give us a ridiculous amount of commons that we simply don't need. Personally, I miss the older versions of the 10s where they gave you promos like Jinzo and Cyber Dragon.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, you know, even the XYZ Dragon cannon. Those were much needed. Yeah, I totally agree with them. The new tins have been very lackluster, and then like you can always try to make it better by like, oh, every pack has a Starlight Rare. Okay, what does that do? It makes all the Starlight Rares almost worthless. And yes, there's so many printed commons that no one wants or no one likes. And yes, they do reprint big chases or hits from other sets in the same rarity, making those sets not even worth getting anymore because it's like, okay, what's the chase? Well, they reprinted it in this one with the same rarity, so I mean, yeah, it makes more of them, but it also kills their previous sets to make them just sit on the shelves and collect dust forever. You know, I know they're trying to sell product and we buy it, but at the same time, they kind of ruin like the product that's just left on the shelves. But I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think.
God, I'm showing my age. Or maybe even when they were printed cards like Tour Guide from the Underworld in Maxi. That probably will sit well with some of you Yugi boomers. The big hype around Magnificent Monsters was since they got rid of the Megatins, then Magnificent Monsters would serve as a way to get some of those really highly sought after Yu-Gi-Oh cards over the last year inside of that set. And looking at the set, damn. Here is the reprint pool. We're
Yeah.
only missing 5 cards so far, and it seems to be the only card that was competitively viable and worth more than $20.
Hold on. Let's look at this. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so first off, we got Cyber Toon Dragon. The Toon deck is coming out, so I can see why they print that. But there's some of this like Performapals. I think that's it's hard to see. The clarity's not good. But Kaiju, I can see a little bit. Guardian Slime. I guess it was only available in one set, and it's it's kind of cool. They got that's all right, some stuff, and the Dark Magician from the Shiny Sarcophagus set did need to be reprinted, but like I said, just a second ago, it's killing all these previous sets because I already know that they're gonna print these all in the same rarity because it's foil up reprint pool. So I think instead of making them the same foil, maybe upgrade them one foil up, but these are going to be so common to pull that maybe just make them commons or just rares. Poseidra, a lot of these Magistus, Crowley's getting a reprint. He's like a $18-$20 card now, so I think, and then now he's probably going to be going down to 10 to 5. Canine Izuna is crazy that they're being reprinted, and like they're reprinting so many things already. Like there's already been, they don't need to make the lizard automata whatever it is again. Media Superior, I can see why they would reprint that. A lot of people want it, a lot of people need it, so that one I can see okay, but it's going to be the same rarity. K9 and Zuna is like it kills Justice Hunters. Justice Hunters is dead. The set that came out that was like one of the biggest meta sets ever, and Regenesis Archfiend, like it's honestly they're killing a lot of the previous sets. Like they're even reprinting some GMX stuff, which doesn't make sense to me because they literally just printed. None of these cards are like I believe no longer than a year old. Now I will say that a really good reprint is right at the bottom left corner is the what's it called, the monster, the boat one, the one that fusions away the Kill Tune cards. That one 100% need to be reprinted really bad. But like Evil Hero Neos, no, that didn't need to be reprinted. Secretarian, I can see a little bit, but it's like almost like kind of like too late. Like Draco Tail's like not that relevant right now in the current moment. It's like a little too late for that. But yeah, it's just like I don't understand why they pick these.
Is Medius the Pure? So I don't know how you might feel about that. I want to emphasize that in this year, the 2026 Megatens, we're supposed to have cards like Forbidden Crown and Fallen of the White Dragon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards that have been so dominant as
Yeah,
of this
those
last
need to be
year.
reprinted.
There have been points in times where it felt like you had to play them inside of your Yu-Gi-Oh deck to be competitive. Not to mention, there's other cards that would have helped, like Dark Magician Girl, The Apprentice Magician, and Malice March Hare. Crazily enough, there's like a litany of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are moderately expensive that would have had a huge boost from being reprinted inside of these Megatens. And even if they were reprinted in the same shitty practice that Konami has been doing, at least players had another opportunity at these cards, making them a little bit more accessible.
Agreed. But instead, they reprint the same $2, $3, $5 cards, making them 20 cents. Don't get me wrong, nice that they're easily accessible, but again, they kill kind of like the previous products.
those cards, the new Dominus cards, and this pack coming up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going to start to get really expensive really fast unless something happens. And we might just have to make one of those type of videos again, explaining why and everything in between. Let me know if that's something you want to see. The whole reprint thing that we missed from the 2026 Megatens actually bleeds into my next point. If we take a look at the cards that are reprinted inside, we don't necessarily have anything valuable right now. I would be a lie if I told you guys there were some cards that I would be excited for. Like, personally, I'm excited for Archfiend Matriarch, but that's because I like Archfiend cards. Like, I gotta love it. I'm excited for DDD Alfred, but these cards necessarily don't hold any value to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. And
yeah,
the longer
90% of those
list,
don't hold any current value.
The worse it actually
Ooh,
gets.
let me see this
There are
one.
still 5 cards missing from this particular set, so it could be something better. Like, this could be the Dark Magician Girl that I was talking about. Maybe. But these cards overall don't seem like cards that
I'm gonna pause it real quick one more time.
Now.
So let's see what they're reprinting. Varudis, they already reprinted Varudis last year, like in the last 10 set. So that's kind of crazy. They reprinted that. Delinquent Duo, like that's been reprinted so many times. Now Gorgon, I can see that being reprinted, and the Orcust, the one link Orcust monster. That's probably actually a really good reprint. But the rest is like, I don't know. Like they even put the this is like you gotta remember, this is the first serialized set, and they're throwing just such random cards into it. Now, yes, I know there's going to be a lot of you that probably like, oh, I actually needed that card. Oh, I needed that. This is going to be one of the sets I'm actually going to buy. So it's actually nice getting that. Shiny Sarcophagus, that's nice. But like again, like they've already reprinted this. This is another reprint, and there's just so much random stuff, especially like the traps. Like I would say majority of that a lot of people are just going to throw it away. Majority of people, if you guys have ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh! People, they throw a lot of their bulk away. Some of you might like, oh, that's bad, oh, that's good. It's just, well, they do. They throw a lot of it away because there's a lot of people don't need this. Now, I will say the Medius of the Pure stuff that they picked, I think that was a good choice just because they are getting a ton of support coming up. So I think that's going to be very good. But Gorgon's good. I think the Diabell stuff, I guess, is okay. Nightmare Throne is, I don't know why they did that one, but there's a lot of things they shouldn't. There's no reason why they picked these cards. And you know, if this is gonna be the first serialized set, why not pick super nostalgic cards, super like crazy cards, and make everyone really get into the set and be super excited. And then on top of that, go for the serialized cards. You know, I don't know.
And maybe something that's more geared towards the future. At least that's what I'm hoping out of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Set. Because if it's not, this shit is ass. I don't think I've ever seen a worse conjoined series of reprints and upgraded cards ever put together. It is an absolute crime that some of these cards are here and the cards that aren't on here. But hey, they reprinted Guardian Slime. What you know about Guardian Slime? What you know? I got carried away from the roster point.
I'm pretty sure you can only get them the Legendary Duelist set that came out with Merit.
Away from the original pool. Any of these cards look familiar? Like, I don't know, the entire chibi arts down here, or maybe even the IP, SP cards and stuff like that. So you do get a promo pack, and out of your promo pack, you can pull any of these cards. But you also have the odds to pull the exact same cards in your new art variant pool, which doesn't feel good. Konami.
What's the point then? What is the point? That doesn't make sense to me. Why not make it like a very like specific, like what I don't know. You know, Konami's had this history. They've done it a lot. Everyone knows it's been happening a lot. And I don't know if because TCG and OCG are separate. TCG is ran, I believe, here in California. And they're the ones who are in charge. Like I'm pretty sure they're the ones who pick or at least suggest what the card pool is. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, pick some of these, pick CaliEffect, pick some of these streamers, Team Samurai, Pack, pick some of them to actually, you know, have them maybe like give their 2 cents on what the card should be. They will gladly tell you like what should probably be reprinted, or maybe, I don't know, do like a big survey for all the Yu-Gi-Oh fans, let them pick something. But yeah, like he said, it literally feels like they threw this all together, and just like added, oh, you can pull Serialized in here. take all this bulk, and you might get a serialized.
Did give you the promos that I was talking about in the Mega 10s, but then they kind of shot you in the foot by giving you a whole entire card pool with said reprints as well. Imagine for your bonus pool, you pull an Underworld Circle, and then you open the packs. And instead of pulling Underworld Circle IP, WPs, or SPs you were hoping for, you pull another copy of Underworld Circle. Mathematically, it is unlikely, but that would suck. Speaking of math,
it will happen.
We probably should talk about it. I have given you guys an entire math course last time I mentioned Magnificent Monsters. Now that we have the guaranteed rarities, we can go over it again. Now, my office isn't the cleanest. I've been getting ready to stream, so I won't do the whiteboard thing again, though I thought it was pretty cool. Also, by the way, check me out on stream. We're the CaliEffect on Twitch. We'll be streaming right now. But if you guys genuinely want to sit here and do the math, it's going to get depressing. So prepare yourselves. All right, so I pulled up a notepad. Let me go ahead and move this down. Ooh, look what do we have right here.
Yeah, what's it going to be? Probably like 10,000 cards in total that are serialized.
Monsters is that you get 5 cards per pack, 3 packs per purchase. And every single card that you get per pack is divided into separate slots. In fact, in my Discord, somebody was kind enough to drop that slot pool that they were talking about. So go ahead and join my Discord for more information about that, or pause this video and look at that, study that. So
if you guys want that, literally just type in CaliEffect, and you can find him on YouTube. You can find his own website, and you can find him on Patreon. Go and do it. Really cool stuff. Really good content.
In this pack, you're not getting 5 opportunities at the entire pool. You're getting 1 opportunity out of 20 to 40 cards per pack. A lot of people think that if you pull 1 card out of 20, you have a 5% chance. And that's technically correct. But here's what people are not taking into account of. And Math Cali got you. You are getting 3 separate Yu-Gi-Oh packs with the same odds per pack. You don't multiply across. You actually do something a little different. Now, the easiest way to do it is that you actually just take 19 by 20, and then you put it to the exponent of 3. That is going to get you, I already did the math, my boy. It is going to get you an 85.7% chance. Now we subtract it by 100. That means we actually have a 14.3% chance of getting the card that we need through 3 packs. Is that good? Well, considering that 3 packs is $34, that's a lot of money. You're probably wondering what exactly do we do.
Then that's at MSRP if you can grab it. This will be the first Yu-Gi-Oh set that gets scalped. 1000%. Everyone knows that serialized money scalp gonna happen. So if you can get it at your local store for $35, now don't get me wrong, Konami prints so much, but it will get scalped. It'll probably be $45, $50. I mean, I've already seen them being sold for $500 display, which it should only cost $350 because there's only 10 in a display, but people are selling it for averages of $500, and I think they're getting pushed to $600 to $750 now. Online, but you can still find some places that do $350. But so the math's actually worse because now it's going to be basically, if it's $60, so say it gets pushed to $60 a pack, $50 to $60 a pack, you do the math. 3 packs, I'm not even going to include the promo pack. You get 3 packs, probably about $15 each. There's going to be $15 packs. And if you guys have already seen the YouTube promotions, you're going to be like, wow, I spent $15 for this.
For the 40 card pool, well, it'll be the exact same thing. We go 39 over 40, and then we do to the exponent of 3. That is going to get us a 92.7% chance, which means if you subtract it by 100, you are going to get that 7.3% for your cards. These are the ultimate odds of you getting the cards just off of 1 box. Now you're probably wondering, Cali, how many boxes do I need to ensure that I get it at $35 per box? Big Dog, do you really want to know the price? Big Dogs, if I were to tell you that you need to spend $490 just to get the guaranteed one of card that you need, would you be happy with that? And let's not even talk about if you want 3 copies of a card. That Math Cali is done. He's sitting down. I'm not doing no more math.
Yeah, for Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's always been like this. Singles. I think everyone can agree singles is the way to go. Buy the singles online. Go to your local card shop, see if they have it available. Buy the singles if you want anything in particular, because, like, yeah, the only reason you should be ripping so much product is you're trying to master set it, and you're trying to just get the serialized card. Now, good luck, but you should not be ripping so much just to get 3 copies of one card. You might get lucky in the first 3 packs. There is a chance, but at the same time, it's a very hard. So buy the singles that you want from it. They'll be definitely a lot cheaper, and try to go to your local Walmarts and Targets and etc. to get them at MSRP. They will be scalped at first. It'll probably be really high for the next 6 months and before it drops, and then it'll probably be back down to like $40-$50 a piece for the year after. But otherwise, yeah, just buy the singles if you want them. Honestly, nothing I really want in the set besides the typical Dark Magician and the hero cards, but the rest, nah.
At least $1,500. But that brings me to my next problem here. I said $35 for Magnificent Monsters. And I'm pretty confident if I type in a Magnificent Monsters pre-order, it's not going to beat that. The problem here is that people have scalped Magnificent Monster. Because of the Grandmaster rares, people have been hoarding this. Literally, as we go to tcgplayer.com, one of the most trusted sites in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!, it is $44 a box. That is a little bit more than what the MSRP was.
Let's go back. All right, yeah, so all these shops, they probably got it for MSRP. They're trying to make, after shipping and fees and all that, they're just trying to probably make $8 a box. They're trying to make $8 a box. I understand. Same time, sucks.
More than what the MSRP was. The Magnificent Monsters display case here is actually, hold on, wait. $450 for 10. Oh, that's.
Yep. And it should only be $350, but again, it's these stores. They're trying to make a little bit of profit off Yu-Gi-Oh! To be fair, no, I'm not going to justify it. There's no fairness. They're trying to make a little bit of profit. That's all it is.
It's $45 a box. The fact that this set sucks for reprints. Probably the worst reprint set I've ever seen. But as Grandmaster, it has people, whether they play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or that, what's that guy? The guy that does the thing that's...
It's going to be Overframe, GMR, or Bust. That's all it's going to be.
Scalps cards. The set has already moved up to a price point that I don't think is tenable for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player that's looking for the cards. You want to know my solution? Buy the damn singles. Yep. Of course, support your local OTS shop, but outside of that, buy the damn singles. From my perspective, this set was a complete joke from the jump. I just wanted to hold off until we saw all of the reprints. If Konami would have reduced the size of this set significantly and only kept the cards that were either A, valuable reprints, or B, the cards that are new to the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, this would have been a totally different ballgame and still would have sold out because of the potential for Grandmaster rares.
Agreed. Now, hot take, I believe besides Chaos Origins, the rest of the sets that have been coming out since, including Rarity 5, have been dog water. If it hasn't been for the Overframes, they would be $35 again. The Overframes has saved Konami, or it has saved like the price point from dipping down to $30, making shops lose, $30 per booster box. Overframes are the one thing that are saving the boxes, keeping their value. Otherwise, in my opinion, they're jokes. They're bad. Even the quality of a lot of the cards, besides Chaos Origins, I think Chaos Origins that was a hook, line, and sinker. Those were great. But the rest, dude, they were so bad. All right, let's finish the last 25 seconds of this video.
But now, since you have to spend an absorbent amount of money just to be able to get this Yu-Gi-Oh! Set and potentially get the cards that you need, you got to spend a lot. Keep that in mind. Though there are people that did buy this set for $200 a box. Dang. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and I can't wait to see you guys on Twitch today. Until then, check out these videos so I can catch you on the next one.
Oh, actually, I want to see his comments right now.
What's going on with
Oh
y'all,
no,
big dogs? And it is
no.
another
Let's go back.
episode of. So
Pause. Let's see what the comments say. I always like reading the comments. Konami here. Konami, here's a poop sandwich. It's made with high quality garlic bread with thick cuts of bacon and some nice cheese. Everyone, is the poop mandatory? The poop is mandatory. That's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, OCG needs to send some of their people, some of their managers to come over here and take over TCG. TCG, they have been doing better, but it's just still not. I don't know what the people that are in charge of TCG. I don't think they know what Yu-Gi-Oh or how Yu-Gi-Oh is or how it's run or played. And if they do, oh brother, they're pendulum players. All right, I can only imagine how many pre-orders are being canceled today. I canceled 3 cases today. Oh my, peep, canceling 3 cases. The case, yeah, this tins were bad, but this is something else. I laugh at the scalpers. This box is not. Yeah, this set is this boxies these little tuck, because they're tuck boxes. They're not booster boxes. There's literally only going to be 3 packs and a promo pack in them, and I've already seen most of these things get open. They are bad. Now, don't get me wrong. You hit the Dark Magician. You hit the chases. Great. The 95% of everything else is that's just bad, dude. Already canceled my pre-order. $75 I just got back is better used to buy a pair of Nike Phantom 6s I've been wanting. Okay, remember when tins had the same guaranteed promos in each tin? Remember when the first rarity collection made every card available in every rarity and didn't restrict cards to higher rarity? Remember when Konami officially released at least half the set list in advance to show off the most desirable cards? We've been seeing Konami steadily make products worse each year, and for some reason we keep buying them. Yes and no. But I would say post Justice Hunters, like basically like before Justice Hunters and after Justice Hunters, the sets were so bad. Literally, so many people were just like not going to sell Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. They stopped buying Yu-Gi-Oh. They like literally at my local game store. They still do. They still have the same boxes that have been sitting on the shelf for 2 years, not touched, because there's no value. No one needs any of the cards in there. No one wants to pay $5 for a potential $3, $4 chase. There's the only reason why people will open any of the older products is because they want to try something out and the box is available right then and there. That's the only reason why they'll be bought. But even then, the store owner takes a loss. And that's been happening a lot. Now, Konami's did a huge thing. They're trying to bring stuff back. They're trying to make stuff better. But they just keep making the same mistakes again and again, but they just keep pushing out product. They keep pushing out more, trying to it's like they're kind of force feeding us, trying to make us consume more and more of their product. And I can see it going back to originally where, their stuff's just going to plummet. It's going to plummet to nothing again. Let's see. Konami was boiling up shit in a kettle with this one. Yeah, you won't catch me spending money on any sealed product besides structured decks from now on. Now, yeah, I will say the structured decks are one of the things they have been doing really great on, besides like the Charmers one, which didn't make sense to me. Let's see. Love the freedom you and us unsponsors have to call BS. Yes. Let's see. Bro legit said release restraint. I didn't know Gearfried was up in here. Bro, where's Crown, Harmonian, Dominus Spark with these reprints are? Yes. Like what that person, another crafter, what he said, those need to be reprinted, because if you guys don't know, Crown's like a $70 card, Harmonian is like a $100 card, Dominus Box is like a $75, $80 card. That, like, if those were reprinted, be crazy. Wouldn't be in the set because that's not how the sets have worked. The tins didn't include stuff that was 3 months before they released. Dude says, I don't give a fuck. Those cards that deserve heavy reprints for the casuals staples should always be printed as commons first. I agree. And you know what? They have done that with the Mulch Armies. The Mulch Armies have been available, but only available in structure decks, which is kind of annoying. It makes people buy it, but it's kind of smart. It makes people buy the structure decks, even though if they just need the mulch armies. It's annoying. I think they just need to, when they need to make it to where the at least in the set or in the at least like in the tens, the 10 set, they just need to make the very high chases into commons, and then it serves its purpose to help the people, the casuals, to play, and then the people who want the higher rarity, they can they go for the chase. I feel like it's very simple, but I feel like I said, I don't think the people that are working at TCG here at headquarters, I don't think they understand that. Let's see. Konami said those reprints are in winners packs, win events, or wait next year. They did, but you know what's crazy? My LGS has been requesting the winner packs, and Konami's response was like, "Oh, we forgot to send you it." We still haven't even got them here, and it's like they're already going to pack number 2 or 3 or whatever already. Oh, what? You don't want to hollow a Boku instead? Dude, the card list, actually, let's go look at the card list real quick. It is crazy, this card list. Let's see. Right here. Okay, let's big frame it again. Okay, again, Pool A, that's what everyone wants, besides the Pendulums. Everyone hates Pendulums. If you're a Pendulum fan, I'm sorry. Majority dislike them. I do like the Gaga girl one. I think that's probably the coolest one. Her overframe is literally like her sitting, like she's like sitting at the bottom of the card, which I think is really cool. And a lot of these cards are broken, but like card pool B, new card variant, art pool. I think the Orichalcos card is cool just because like I remember watching the movie as a kid, and and I'll get behind. I'll get behind majority of the ones on the bottom. They're all arts. They're people. I support all arts. Pokemon does it. They do it everything. How many Charizards have been reprinted? How many Pikachu's are there? I'm for it. All arts are great. Everyone likes the different variants of their favorite cards. I think that's fine. Now, a lot of people probably dislike the new tuning art cards, but a lot of people actually like them. Next time they just make another different art. They've done a lot of Blue Eyes arts. They've done a lot of Dark Magician arts. And all arts are good for the game. They're good for nostalgia. They're good for collections. Now let's see, like, yeah, these ones are going to be, these are the chases. Now, the thing that sucks is that everything that you see on top and bottom, none of these are going to be worth probably more than $15. These are all going to be at these rarities, because these are all going to be, they can be overframes, yes, on the top ones, in extended arts, but if they're not starlights, none of these are going to be above $15. They're all going to be super cheap, which is great. It'd be better for everyone, but they're all going to be super cheap, and basically it's going to be starlight or overframe or bust. Like, you're only going for that for value. If you want the value. Now, I know people think it's for players and all that. Yes, it is for players 100%, but for the collection side, it kind of sucks. Because these aren't the only cards that you're going to pull. You're going to pull, where is it at? Yes. Where is it at? Come on. Where is, oh. Then you have this one. I don't even know. And they haven't revealed some cards, which is weird to me, but like almost the whole top row, majority of these are actually really bad. I would say 1, 2, 3, and to point out, I think only 3 of these cards are worth $17. The rest are dirt cheap. Only like 3 of these cards are worth $17. The rest are dirt cheap already. Like, nothing's more than, and there's a lot of these cards are like 5 cents. No idea why they reprinted some of these. So there's that one. Where's the other one? There we go. Now this one, there are some that I think there's like 2 cards in here. Like, I think the Galatea is worth almost 20, and the Varudis is worth like 18, maybe 20. But the Liquid Duo, the higher rarity stuff's worth a little bit more, and Gorgon. So again, I think there's only 3 to 4 cards that are worth a little over $15. But again, the rest worth pennies, $1 or 2. They don't need to reprint this. You can just really go on TCG Player, buy, every one of these cards probably for less than $10. Besides, the ones I mentioned that are like $18, $15. Those need to be reprinted. Those were good selections. Majority of this is not. It's going to be just nothing but bulk. Majority of people are just going to throw this away. It's sad. And Yu-Gi-Oh players do throw away their bulk if they do. A lot of people just throw away their bulk because there's it's just worthless to a lot of people. A lot of people don't run this stuff. A lot of this stuff is old. Some people are probably excited, that there are going to be certain cards that they want reprinted, and you know what? For those few people, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're going to get some of these cards that you wanted reprinted. But for majority of people, they're just going to rip until they get a Starlight, and then they're going to throw it to the side, and they're just going to go for the Grandmaster Rare. That's what's going to happen, and that's how much it's going to be. This stuff has been printed. I guaranteed there's probably a warehouse full of thousands upon thousands of pallets. These will all be worth like 30 cents, $1. And the Dark Magician one, the ones, the chases, the Dark Magicians, or these ones right here. These ones right here. These ones might be worth a couple dollars at the current rarity it is. If it's all low rarity ultras, extended ultras, might be worth $15. You can go and check the recent last sets that are ultras, that have ultra overframes. Some of them are like $15, but some of them are 100. I guarantee the Dark Magician will be $100 for, or $70 to $100 just for the ultra overframe, and the Dark Magician Girl will be the same thing. But for instance, the Odd Eyes, that'll be like a $10 card or $7 card overframe. A lot of the links, $7 overframe. They're gonna be dirt cheap. None of this is exciting. This is it's I feel like they didn't put effort into it, and it sucks because TCG, you already know how they treat their rarities, and sometimes their quality control is very bad. OCG, at least they threw in like a ton of different. They threw in a ton of different rarities. They threw like the collector rare, the platinum ultra rare, or they called it differently, but it's like the same equivalent to what we used to have in the rarity sets. And then they had the full overframes and extended arts, and they just had more rarities in there to make it a little bit more better and a little bit more like, oh, nice to get. But I don't know. Besides some staples, the all arts of SP, IP, WP, and Diabell Star, it's just not. No one's really gonna want this too bad, and there's gonna be a lot available. But yeah, I don't. This set is kind of sucks to see that it's gonna be kind of lackluster, but there is a chance for you to get the Grandmaster Rare, which that's what everyone's going to go for. The set's still going to be ripped up no matter what. Let's see. RIP as usual. TCG peeps. Limit over collection. So good value in OCG. 100%. Starlight. Oh yeah, and that is true. And their boxes, which you'll get like a full box. I think it was 10, 16, something like that. You're guaranteed one overframe. One overframe is guaranteed. This one, you can get nothing. You can get buns, nothing. And that sucks. You're guaranteed a promo pack that you can pull in the same packs. That's great. Let's see. In TCG, they just haven't nerfed that a lot as usual. OCG came with MSRP $45 with the 15 pack plus that overframe and Starlight I mentioned guaranteed, while TCG only comes with 3 packs plus some extra pack with secrets with low chance to even get overframe ultra. LOL. Yeah, no real good reprints that are necessary for like cards that are worth multiple tens to hundreds of dollars, and not even a guaranteed hit in at least a box. It's because they're doing it in these retail boxes. I don't know why they decided to do retail boxes, the little tuck boxes for 3 packs each. I mean, shoot, like they should be, if they did that like they usually do. So every set comes out, they have a retail box. Usually those retail boxes are worth 15 to 20 bucks, somewhere around there. If they were that price, I think people would be more reasonable with it. It'd still be like $7, $5 to $7, $5 to $8 a pack, which would be kind of like bad. And the pool it'd still be a bad set. Still wouldn't be worth it, but it's still like it would, everyone would be happy when it costs that much. But the fact that it's already 35 MSRP and you just saw it going to be for 45, it's not even out yet. I guarantee this will be like an $80 box by, for the first, like it's gonna go up to like month one, month two, it'll be $80 box, and then it'll drop down. But I don't think it'll ever go back to 35. It'll never be back to 35. So get them while you can. And yeah, everyone go follow CaliEffect. Let's see right here. Go follow CaliEffect. He has his own website. He has his own Patreon. Really great guy. Love his content. He's on Twitch. He's on Twitter. He's on Instagram and all that stuff. So just type in CaliEffect and you can get to see most of his stuff. I watch it all the time. So go enjoy it. Go check out his stuff. One of the best people for Yu-Gi-Oh content. But all right, that's all I got. I'll find you on the next one, guys. Later.